What up? JMO here. This is the best budget PC you can build from Amazon. Or Newegg, because the prices are about the same. And if your budget is $400. And you like RGB and tempered glass. And you want a PC that looks like it's worth more than $400. Just watch the video. To start off this build, I've chosen a Matrix 55 from Deepcool. Not only is this the cheapest case with the tempered glass side, this is the cheapest case with two tempered glass sides. At $39.99, I think this chassis is a major value. It has an addressable RGB light built into the front, USB 3.0 up top, a magnetic dust filter, and pretty decent cable management. But the edges are all rolled, so there's no risk of cutting your finger on cheapness. That's value. The brains behind the operation is a Ryzen 3 2200G from AMD. At $99, it's hard to argue that any other CPU, or even APU, is a better deal. Ryzen's built-in graphics can hold its own against plenty of discrete graphics cards when you pair it with the right hardware. Enter the ASRock B450M Pro 4. I found this on sale for $69.99, which is pretty stellar when you see that it has two M.2 sockets, one of which is Ultra M.2, gigabit LAN, and even heat sinks on the VRAM. I've paired this with a 16GB kit of G.Skill Ripjaws 5 3000MHz DDR4 RAM. This was $99 and was actually $15 cheaper than the same speed in black. For a boot drive and a bit of storage, the MP300 from Corsair was only $39 for 120 gigs, and it'll give us NVMe speed. While an EVGA 500B1 provides 500 watts of 80+ bronze rated power for the same $39.99 price tag. Since I opted for the Matrix case that didn't come with fans, to round out the build, I've gone with this set of 5 easy DIY fab RGB fans for $36. So that's the least expensive tempered glass case, the least expensive current gen APU, the least expensive B450 motherboard, the least expensive dual-channel DDR4 RAM at 3000MHz, the least expensive N.2 NVMe drive, and the least expensive 80+ bronze-rated 500-watt power supply. Altogether, the parts list comes to $426.93, but opting for a set of non-RGB fans will put you right at $400. Ryzen really shines with DDR4 to decent speed, NVMe makes for a really snappy system, and RGB makes everything mo better. So let's throw it all together and see what it does. I've loaded Windows 10 Pro in the Ryzen Master utility to give the system a fighting chance. The factory settings leave a lot to be desired, but since this video isn't on overclocking, I'll just adjust the core speeds to 3850 and set the APU graphics to 1100 for some benchmarks. How does it perform? Well, Cinebench gave it a CPU score of 596, and after setting the RAM to 3000 in the BIOS instead of 2933, it actually scored a 600. Heaven 4.0 came in with a 716 on high 1080 settings, and average FPS was near 30. While User Benchmark gave glowing scores to drive speed and processor performance, the graphics score only looks low because the bar they use is a GTX 1070. On to actual gaming. CSGO averaged over 80 FPS on high 1080 settings, with 8x anti-aliasing in the workshop benchmark, and over 110 on medium. While Fortnite was around 30 FPS and playable on high 1080, medium settings ran over 70 on average and was a much more enjoyable experience. Minecraft averaged 104 FPS with fancy everything and maximum settings. For not using a discrete graphics card, this is pretty impressive. Is this the absolute cheapest way to build a PC? There's probably cheaper, but value is what we're looking for here. How does this perform for the dollar? I think this is the best bang for the buck in this price bracket, and the setup leaves room for expansion and upgrades later on. But what do you think? Is this a PC you would buy? What game should I benchmark? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If I can get enough love on this video, I'll see if an RTX 2060 works in the system. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.